Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joppy Noodle Legs with another Noodle film review. Today I've got a cool one. I got this a couple of weeks ago, and I did say to you that, and it went into my sort of foreign sort of films as a honourable mention. And I said to you I'm going to do a proper full review of this. This is The Happiness of Katakuris. This is a great film. This is a Japanese film. Excuse me. Before I tell you about the film, I'll tell you about this edition. This is done by Arrow. It's another one of Arrow's edition. This has got a high definition transfer to 1080p, which is 2K. This edition, it comes with 2 discs, a DVD and a Blu-ray, and it also comes with a reversible cover, which is quite cool. Okay, Happiness of Katakuris. What is it? Okay, it's a Japanese comedy horror musical. That's the only way I can describe it. It is a musical, but it's it's about a family that give up their life in the big city and move out to this, in the middle of nowhere pretty much, and buy this building to open like a hotel, a guest house. But it's so remote no one ever goes there. But eventually they start to get guests coming to the hotel, and the guests that turn up at the hotel all seem to die at the hotel, and no real reason behind it. They just seem to die. But the family, because of the reputation, and they know if they call the police, the reputation of the hotel will go, they decide to just bury the bodies in their sort of grounds area. So that's how the story goes on, and then a couple more guests come along and they end up dying. There's some quite funny deaths in the film. And they turn into songs, sort of like musical outbreaks out of nowhere. It's like a grandfather, a husband and a wife, and daughter, and that daughter's got a daughter and their sort of son. I think they've all got sort of like really bizarre sort of backgrounds. The daughter falls in love really easy, and she meets this sort of Japanese chap who's dressed like a US Navy SEAL, and he says he's in the Royal Marines and he's in the British Royal Family, and he's just a big liar, just because he's trying to obviously get money and get his way around the daughter. But the family, the father sussed that out. Anyway, he comes to his end. Um, it's a really strange film. Um, it's awesome. It's a really good film. I cannot recommend it highly enough. It's just like nothing I've never seen before. It's in the middle of a film. The film will start to go into sort of claymation, and then you've got these sort of like clay figures of like animation, and it's really strange. And there's sort of like there's zombies in there, and there's all sorts of things just going on. It's just a total head rush. It's definitely a film you have to be in the right place to watch it. Um, as you can see at the front there, it says there, the hills are alive with the sound of screaming. So I don't know if it's their take on the sound of music, but it's that sort of thing. They just randomly break into song, um, but it's really good. So, what are the positives about the film? The positives is the story is completely wacky, but it's still easy to follow. Although it's wacky, it's still easy to follow, and you want to watch it to see what happens. Um, what else is a real positive? It's the characters are really likable. You tend to end up really liking the family, and you like every single one of them for their own sort of different reasons. It's shot beautifully. It's an amazing shot film. It's absolutely stunning. Um, the songs are quite cool. They're a bit wacky, but they're quite cool. Um, um, what else can I say about it? Yeah, the deaths are quite funny. They're not gruesomely bad deaths, but there is a little bit of blood and gore in there. Not too bad, but some of the deaths are quite funny. And they bury them, and then I think they get a letter from the government saying they're going to be building a road. So they're trying to remove the bodies where the road's going to go. But then like a volcano erupts. It's like everywhere. It's just brilliant. Um, it that's all the positives. It's great sound. It is subtitled, but it's easy to follow. The negatives, um, there isn't any. I can't find anything negative about the film. I suppose from your point of view on my channel, if it's you've got to have be in the right place to enjoy this film. It's not a sort of sit down and watch film that you think, oh, this is going to be great, because you're going to put it on and you're going to be going, what on earth is this about? What's going on? But seriously, it does. If you're in that sort of frame of mind, it does fall into place. It's just a brilliant film, and I cannot sort of like highly recommend it enough. So I'm going to put this down as a definite watch. So it's going to get a 9 out of 10 for me. It just drops a point just because of its sort of the songs are really cool, but they're kind of random, and they're just sort of like they're not sort of like any sort of like melody to them or anything. They're just sort of like they're just talking. All of a sudden, they're breaking into songs, speaking it, but they're still really cool. Like I said, I can't find anything negative to say about the film. But it is not everyone's cup of tea. I mean, it is in Japanese and it is English subtitled. Um, but like I said, it's quite easy to follow. But if you're not into sort of like wacky sort of musical sort of things, I can understand why you wouldn't want to watch this. But if you're into sort of like comedy, you're into sort of like of horror, but it's horror of a different kind, and you don't mind the wackiness of something, this is the film for you. I didn't think it would be for me, but I stand corrected. It's absolutely amazing, and it's one of the best films that I've brought out of my recent pickups. Fantastic film, 9 out of 10. That's the happiness of the Katakuris, bit of a word to pronounce. Really good film. So guys, have any of you seen this? Have you got it in your collection? What did you think of it? And if you didn't, check it out. You know, I picked this up, I think it was about £10, I think it was, on CEX. I buy most of mine second hand, guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you buy them second hand, you know. As long as you get the film, that's the main thing you're buying it for, right? I know there's quite a bit of snobbery in the hobby. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, I like mine sealed with a slipcase. No, you just want the film. Because at the end of the day, that's all you're going to be really interested in, is watching the film. Um, and not all the time you're in a position, are you, to buy new, or you can't find it new, or you've got things that you don't need anymore and you trade in. So it's always a good thing to have that sort of option. Check this film out. Awesome. Anyway, guys, until next time, look after yourselves, take care of one another, and I really hope I'll see you all soon.